are again. Welcome back to this oasis of knowledge. I don't know if it's necessarily an oasis of knowledge. What did I just say? What I wanted to say is I don't know if this is necessarily an oasis of knowledge, but there's definitely something I want to share with you. Reprogram your subconscious mind and receive everything you ever wanted. It's technically that simple. The process might differ, for every individual. Some take longer, some are quicker. But when you reprogram your subconscious mind, you will start to attract things. Things will start to come towards you instead of running from you. Now, what is your subconscious mind? You have two minds, basically, at least from what I know, which is your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the one, for me, the one talking to you right now. Your subconscious mind is, for me, the one just spouting out the words. I'm not really thinking about it. It's just kind of happening. For you, the one conscious is the one actively listening. The one who, I guess, decided to click on the video and who's now paying attention. The subconscious mind is the one processing all of the data behind the scenes. The one working to get this into your routine. If you've watched a horror movie, which you probably have at some point, or something scary or whatnot. After that experience, you're usually left with this lingering feeling of fear or horror or something. Same as with a comedy movie, you might leave, giggly and funny or whatnot. You might leave, especially if you're a musician, you leave a concert and you feel inspired to make more, to work harder on it, or I don't know, something. You watch something and you remain in the vibe of that thing. You remain in the frequency of what you just partook in, where you just were, what you just experienced. This is also why I do not listen to the music I used to listen to years ago, because there are certain bands that I adore and I could gush about them for so long. Unfortunately, their lyrics are depressing or very dark things, very deep, which is a beautiful piece of art in and of itself, and especially to be listened to, but to be put on repeat for the whole day the way I was doing is not good. And it feels very innocent, but I can promise you, it's not good for you. You are what you consume, and I'm not saying the pizza yesterday. I'm talking about what your subconscious mind consumes. To put it in perspective, what your subconscious mind really is it is it's like a loop. It's like a 30-day loop, and it reflects back it sends out signals into the universe, and the universe will reflect that back to you. And the signals it sends out are based on what you've been feeding it for around the past 30 days, for the amount of time that routine needs to build, because routine is built in the subconscious mind. That's why the first 2 weeks of going to the gym are difficult, but then after you get into this flow state and it just happens for you, because you now believe you are someone who actively goes to the gym. You are now actively doing this. This is part of your routine. This is now easy for you. That's what the subconscious mind is. But that also works with not just going to the gym, but what you believe you deserve, what you believe happens to you. If you believe you are so much more intelligent than everyone else, and you cannot hold a single conversation with anyone because you experience yourself to be more intelligent than other people, and people do not level with you or whatnot. This is something I have felt before in my life, and I have stepped away from that because it is very toxic. I didn't know back then. I was also trying. We are all trying. But if you feel like you are a lot more intelligent than the rest of people, and therefore you cannot hold a proper conversation with people, you will find people in your life that will not hold a proper conversation with you. All of the people who have constantly confirmed the belief back then for me that I was so much more intelligent were just a product of me. It's not that I was a lot more intelligent than everyone else. I was just somehow subconsciously attracting all of these people that made me feel very lonely, and that wasn't their fault. They are just the way they are, and I somehow attracted them to me because I believed that was the case. I believed I was bad at social interactions. I believed I was, people didn't want to talk about the same stuff I wanted to talk about. And at a certain point, I realized, wait, what if I am the problem? What if I am the one anchoring this belief down in my mind, and now it's real. Now it becomes reality. And the moment I started to accept that I am social and I do enjoy talking to people and things are good, at first I was still hanging out with those other people. I was still chilling with the people who didn't make me feel that way. But because I started to adapt my mindset and started to adapt to believing that I could have good people in my life, people who uplift me, people who, people who I can actually level with, and that I am a social creature and that I do like being social, that's when things started to change. Because, of course, I started to get tested. Of course, I still met some people who, I didn't like them. But I was also a test, and I was also trying to see if I would react to that. It was the universe trying to go like, all right, if this is what you believe, here is the thing you're afraid of. Go figure it out. Go adapt your new mindset. Prove it. And so I was faced with people who were, testing me to my limit. But I held on. And I was like, no, then I guess it's just not this person, where I'm not going to react to this because I do enjoy being social. Just because I had this one bad interaction doesn't mean I'm going to pull back and just be like, oh, no, of course things are the same. I don't like talking to people. Blah, blah, blah. I could do that, sure. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing the oodles and oodles of connections that you could have had or something just because you believe it doesn't work. Because what I'm trying to say is you can control your entire reality. Everything you want, you can change. And it's just the fact that you believe you can't that will make that real. And once you open yourself up to the possibility that this is just how this works, it will show it. It will prove it to you. You can do it right now. I can give you right now an exercise. It just popped into my mind. Just realize this because this works for me, especially in terms of doubt or because sometimes I also doubt, especially when I get tired and whatnot and things aren't really going my way. They are. I just don't I have a monkey brain. My conscious mind is still a slightly more evolved version of a monkey brain. It's a miracle that we're sitting here talking the way we do with all this technology because we're still just slightly more developed monkeys in the grand scheme of things. So, but I can give you an exercise right now. It's very simple. It's really simple. Doesn't even need routine. Doesn't even need building. We can do this right now in this video. And it's going to prove to you that it works. It's going to show you it works. And it's not because I'm trying to prove something to you. I'm not trying to hook you on anything. I'm not trying to sell you something. I just want to talk about this because I've been so fascinated with this ever since it worked and ever since this has been happening this way. And all you got to do right now is, take a moment, just sit up straight to someone, just get detached from everything around you at the moment. There's no fears right now. There's no bad luck. There's no nothing. Right now, just take a breath. Just, you with me? You with me right now? All you gotta do is just whatever higher power you believe in or are comfortable with believing in, whether it's the universe, God, Jesus, Allah, a flying spaghetti monster, it doesn't matter. Whatever you believe in, whatever you consider the higher power is important right now. Turn yourself with open heart towards that higher power you believe in, or you believe in just for now, whatever you want, and ask it to give you a gift, and a gift that only the universe, your higher self, this power can give you. And the moment you receive it, you will instantly, there it is. That's, oh my God, it's real. What? Out of the purity of your heart, out of the purest of intention, don't ask for a specific thing. No specifics. Let the universe decide. The universe will now prove to you that you have this power. It will now prove it, whether you like it or not. We have been through this moment. You stuck with me through this. You're still here. It's going to prove it to you. And now you can let go. You've already done it. You have already done it. You have asked for the gift, and the universe will prove that to you. And there will be no doubt, because you're going to turn this video off, and then you're going to forget that you did this. Let me know. Just, if it happens, just let me know. Come back to this video, leave a little comment, let me know. I'm telling you this because this has worked for me. I've done this before, where I told myself, like, I am asking the universe for a gift that only the universe can give me. And it did. Because it's just that simple. And if you don't believe that the universe can do that, from now on you do. And until further notice, you do. Right now you do. I know you do. But, this is, whether it is actually the universe like handing you a gift, I don't know. I have no idea. It's probably a reflection of the subconscious mind, but isn't it more beautiful to believe that some high power is on your side? Isn't it wonderful to believe that the whole world is on your side? The whole world is in love with you. Whether it's true or not, for you it is, and it will become for you believe it to be. This is why I don't worry. I don't stress. I say that. I have had my moments, but it's usually in moments of where I get tested to my limit. But generally, I don't worry about things because I know it's useless. I know it's only attracting bad things, or maybe not even attracting bad things, but it's masking the good positive effect that it's having, because I am telling myself, my subconscious mind, all of these things, these bad things, that it then internalizes, it processes all of this data, and then it becomes my reality, and it starts to reflect it back to me. This is why I make affirmation meditations, because I've been using affirmation meditations for so long, because I know they work, because I know how it works. It's literally just you hear something so much that you stick with that vibe. That's why movies leave you with a certain feeling after. That's why video games can... Man, I played Cyberpunk, and I had such a bad ending that I had to walk outside for 2 hours and distract myself and think happy thoughts because I felt so awful after. Felt like someone died. But that ending to that part was so impactful to me that it just left me with that energy, that frequency. And that's why I can't dabble in those things anymore, because I can't have my energy constantly shifted based on what's happening around me. I need to take control of that. That's why I carefully watch what I consume, not just in terms of food. I ate a whole bag of candy today. Who gives? But what's more important is making sure that you feed yourself mentally with the right stuff. The right things for you. If you enjoy listening to sad music, maybe it's a time to stop doing that. Maybe it's a sign to stop doing that. As much as you love this band or this person or whatnot, if these affirmations, these lyrics are also affirmations, because you're literally putting it on repeat, and your conscious mind might not believe it, but your subconscious mind believes everything. Your subconscious mind believes everything. That's why if I tell you to absolutely, whether your life depended on it, not think of a big pink elephant, oh no, there you go. You have just envisioned a big pink elephant, because your subconscious mind does not understand the word no. And that's as simple as it is. So the horror movie might be fake. The lyrics might not be your life. But your subconscious mind doesn't understand it. You have to treat it like a different person, because in some weird way, shape, and or form, it kind of is. You don't directly control it. It's not a muscle you move. It's a container you feed, and that container then constantly processes what it's being fed with and then creates certain results. That's literally just what it is and what it does, and you need to treat it that way, because otherwise it is going to take over you. You don't want that. It's not nice. And I'm not saying that to scare you or whatnot. It's almost comforting, because you hold the power. You are in control. It is up to you. It might be scary that it's up to you because that means it's your responsibility, but it's true. And we're being honest here because it is your responsibility, just like it is my responsibility. But I can promise you, as long as you believe you're going to be fine, and as long as you believe you got this, and you are going to do everything you're supposed to do correctly, you're going to be fine. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. This is why, you know the dilemma where people say, like, oh, do you want to be the smartest, the most intelligent person in the universe, but the ugliest person ever? Or do you want to be the hottest person ever, the most handsome, most beautiful person ever, but the dumbest, most unintelligent person ever? And everyone always says, oh, I want to be the smart one, I want to be the intelligent one, I want to be the... For as long as I can remember, I've told myself, I want to be the dumb one. I want to be the hot and dumb one, because it's because the thing about intelligence is you can convince yourself so well of excuses that you don't do the things you're supposed to do for so long because you're good at pattern recognition and you're good at constructing excuses for yourself. Lord knows I am great at constructing excuses for myself, but it's only when I stopped doing that life started to work for me. And the reason why being dumb can be profitable is because dumb people don't think of consequences. It's not bad to be dumb. Dumb people don't worry. They just kind of do. And if it doesn't work, they'll find out and they'll adapt. But, constantly overthinking stuff like, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? Constantly analyzing, always having a plan B and stuff. Everyone thinks that's good, but it's not, because you're overthinking and you're focusing more on the fact that it can go wrong, more so on the fact that it will just go right no matter what. And what I'm about to tell you right now might sound like the most horrible advice you'll ever hear, but I promise you, it's not. It's not always good to have a plan B. As much as you have been told to have a plan B, it's not always good to have a plan B, because if you have a plan A and you really, really, really want plan A to work, it's not a good idea to get a plan B, because it becomes a lot easier to give up on plan A. If you have plan B set in place, that's gonna feel, oh my god, you don't have to worry. But at the same time, the difficulty for plan A will be the same. And at a certain point, it might outweigh the worth of working on plan A. It might drive you to go into plan B and give up on plan A. And if you don't have a plan B, you can always improvise, especially if you believe you're going to be fine. I've never had a plan B. Never in my life had a plan B. And I'm fine. I promise. Never had a plan B. Still don't have a plan B. I just do what I want, and I do it well, because I have told myself that that's the way I am. And I still mess up. I make a lot of mistakes. But I always learn from it. And that's what I mean by I'm doing well. Because I'm not letting these lessons go to waste. I'm not a perfect person. Absolutely not. Oh no. But I don't let lessons go to waste. And, there's plenty of people on the internet talking about how great the good is going to be. But let me tell you, the benefits and the rewards that you're going to reap from the toughness and the hardship that you're going through, it's a lot greater. It's a lot nicer and a lot greater. The good can always be enjoyed constantly, but if you really want a change and you really want something great to happen to you, it's going to involve dedication. It's going to involve hardship. I've been trying to run around that fact for years. I used to be the most lazy person ever. And I am not anymore. I am absolutely not anymore. I exercise like a fucking psycho. I do what I'm supposed to do nowadays. And still not always, but I try and I do better. And it's just important to acknowledge the fact that it's there is dedication necessary. And if you're like, oh, but how do I build dedication? That starts here. That's where the manifestation comes in. You build the habit by dedication. You build the dedication by manifestation. And that's how you ultimately get to your end result. If you want financial independence, you're going to have to spend a lot of time on that. And if it seems scary and overwhelming how much time you're going to have to spend on it, there's a flip you gotta switch. Because from now on, it's not scary. And from now on, it's not overwhelming because you can handle anything. And you can do anything. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you desire. And the moment you adapt to that, and the moment you start acting on that, and you start living from that perspective, you start to have the energy and the dedication and the pride in what you're doing. You start to really want to go for it. And that's when things start to come to fruition. It's not a one-step thing. It's not you believe and then you wait and then boom, there it is. Again, that happens sometimes. Not saying that's always the case, but it does happen. If that doesn't happen and you're at a point where you're like, why is my manifestation not happening? It's time to get up and it's time to do something. Even if you don't know what, just do something. Go, I don't know, do something random you've been wanting to do forever if you don't know where to start. But just get out of your comfort zone. Because things aren't built in your comfort zone. Things aren't constructed there. That's why it's your comfort zone. It doesn't change. It's the same. If you want something new, you have to get out of that comfort zone and change it and create that change. And eventually your comfort zone can become a very safe space filled with abundance and financial independence and love and everything you ever desire. But if your comfort zone doesn't already contain that, you need to find a better comfort zone. Just enjoy the process, as difficult as it is. Take it with a grain of salt because you're going to be fine. You are absolutely going to be fine. I know I say this so much in my videos, but it's so important to realize that you're going to be fine. Everything is alright. Everything is going to be alright. So if you want to manifest something, imagine what it's like to live from that perspective and then embody that throughout your day. Just live as if it's already yours. Live as if you're already the person you want to be, and the rest will come with it. I am here. I am living proof that it's happening. There's plenty of things that happen exactly that way. And of course, I had to go down some alleys, some dark places to figure out that that's not where I should go. But I would have always taken that alley because it seemed like a shortcut. And I had to learn the hard way that sometimes there's no shortcuts. And sometimes you just need to do it. And you will get there. Don't think life's punishing you. No, put on a smile. Bring it on. Because you're going to be fine and you can handle so much more than you think. And the more you do it, the more dedication you build. That's how you build dedication. You do something really difficult. You do something you don't want to do necessarily, or something that feels hard to do. For me, it was making these videos right now today. I'm still sick. I really didn't want to do anything. I wanted to sit down and not do anything. But I was like, that goes against my beliefs right now. And for me, these beliefs have already anchored in. I've already fought through that space for a while now, to the point where I'm still making this video. I am not finishing the day looking back like, oh, should have done something. Because I've been there so many times and I'm not doing that anymore. And that's also a part of manifestation. It is the active choice to do something. It is the active choice to go for dedication, because it's instant gratification over long-term gratification. If I would have sat down, that would have felt lovely in the moment to not do anything. And then later on, I would have been like, well, now I feel bad because I could have done something and I didn't. And, once you start to feel those benefits, it's lovely. But I'm talking for a very long time. And maybe next video I will get into that whole ordeal, the temporary gratification over permanent satisfaction. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm not very cohesive at the moment. I hope you could follow my chaos. Again, I just make these videos because I want to talk about it and I want to share these things, and the things I say might not make sense to me at the moment, but you might be watching this going like, whoa, I know exactly what this is about. Thank you so much. And I will go, I guess so. Glad I could help. So, who knows? Maybe you go, oh, this video was awful. I hate you. I don't know. Wouldn't change a thing for me. And don't let anything change a thing for you. You will be challenged. Everyone will. I am being challenged right now. I am in the midst of my challenge and I am pushing through. My nose is fully blocked. I am stuffed. My throat hurts. I'm tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. But I am not sinking back into the feeling of laziness and not doing anything. I am here right now. I am making this video because I want to lead by example. I want to set down an example that sometimes it's good to push through, and it's worth it. I know this is going to pay off. What I'm doing right now is going to pay off in the end somehow. I don't know how yet, because right now I just feel sick. But I know that eventually, maybe in a few days, maybe even earlier, something or later, I will go, you know what, I'm really glad that I sat down. I'm really glad I got myself off my ass and did that thing. And then I will get rewards that I can enjoy for longer than just sitting here and doing absolutely nothing for hours and then regretting it. So, yeah, manifestation doesn't mean you need to do nothing. Sometimes those times are all, God, they're awesome, but sometimes you gotta push through. And I am right now. So will you? I know you will. I know you will. You've been doing it so much. You always do that. But yeah, that was enough rambling again. Like 35 minutes of editing. Great. So thank you very much for watching. Again, I hope to see you again soon. I hope one of my videos finds you magically at the point you needed. And I will see and speak to you all very, very soon. I love you. You're doing amazing. You're going to be fine. You got this. See you later.